Hey guys, it's Tim here, and today I have another story for you guys. And this is about the time that I basically almost got murdered. And the friend from the last story is actually in this one, and he basically saved me. So to start off the story, I was with Mike, I'll just name him Mike again, and another kid named Jake. I'm gonna actually say his name, because this kid really pissed me off. I know this is really stupid of me, but I'm gonna say his name. His name was Jake, he was 10, he was like really small. So we basically decided, hey, let's go fishing or something, let's go to the lake. And so we go to the lake. And basically, Jake owned a four-wheeler, and he would take us on it, and it's a big-ass four-wheeler. Like, it goes 50 miles per hour, so he would take us on it to go to the lake. So we go to the lake, and, he's just driving like an absolute maniac, because this is illegal, actually, because you have to be 16 to drive it. We didn't know this, but I guess he knew. But, so we go to the lake. After we go to the lake, once we're at the lake, we decide to go, walk down it, because there's, the way the lake is, there's, an entrance, and then you can turn left, and there's, this big, long dirt road right next to the lake, so we just walked past it. So I cracked a couple short jokes at him, and he was getting pretty pissed off, so we were just, walking still, and then he got really mad, because I had taken my bike there. So he took my bike, threw it into the lake, so I had to go and fish out my bike. So after 5 minutes trying to get my bike out, he just walks away. I don't even know what he's doing at the time, which I do find out, because I was with my cousins. They're 6 and 8, and this pissed me off how we did this in front of them. So I was just okay, you know what? Fine, let's just fish out the bike. I don't want to start any problems right now. So after I fish out my bike, Jake wandered off. So I go to find Jake with my friend Mike. And I kind of revealed Mike's name in the last story, but I hope he doesn't care, and he told me, yeah, I saw that. And just guys, you don't know his last name or anything, so we're all good. But to continue on with the story, so I see Jake sitting in bushes with another friend, we're just gonna call him Frank, and him and Frank are just sitting there, and I see him crouching down with a lighter, and I'm wondering what the hell is he doing. So I go in for a better look, and fucking Jake is sitting there lighting a blunt with a bag of weed on him, and I was like, what the fuck? He's doing this in front of my 6-year-old cousin and my 8-year-old cousin, and we're all oblivious to why the hell a 10-year-old even has weed. And so he takes a couple puffs of it, and he's just talking shit, and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, because you're underdeveloped. And he is talking shit, so I'm getting upset. I'm really not in the fucking mood. So I take his weed, stomp on the shit, and he jumps up. Now, this wasn't the best idea. You probably shouldn't stomp on someone's weed, but still. He jumps up, slaps me with a bunch of little baby slaps. Didn't even feel a fucking thing. So I grab him by the neck and just throw him into the bushes, and then I'm fucking pissed. And so I had did boxing for a little bit previously before this, so I got in my boxing stance. I don't do boxing anymore. I do a different fighting style. So I got in my boxing stance. And the Jake gets up, doesn't do anything. I'm ready to fight him. He gets up, goes on his four-wheeler, and I'm okay, he's just running away, I guess. So I get my cousins and everything all together, and I get Mike, and we're all just getting ready to walk out, because I didn't want to ride on the four-wheeler with him anymore. And so we're walking out, of the exit of the lake, and then Jake comes rolling up in his four-wheeler, and is like, Timmy! And so he tries to run me over, basically, and thank God Mike was there, because Mike literally stood in front of the four-wheeler, and they were good friends, and he knew he wouldn't run him over. He stood in front and said, Timmy, run. And I tried running, and then they got away from Mike, and then I'm running, and I'm hiding behind a freaking porta potty. And then they find me, and I'm just juking them out, going to a different side of the porta potty and screaming for help, because there was neighbors around. They were in their houses though, but I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, and he's actually trying to run me over. He got really close and did not stop. It was like we were playing chicken, but I wasn't in the game, and he was in the game, and he was just trying to run me over. It was hell. And then finally, thank God, this one neighbor out of the whole neighborhood comes out, and he says, get the fuck away from him! I'm calling the fucking cops! And then Jake and Frank just leave the scene at 50 miles per hour. They just go. And then I'm pissed. I'm walking home. Mike comes with me, and I call my mom, and I tell her what happened, because I'm like, Mom, I nearly just got freaking killed. I think I want to tell you, because my cousins were going to tell her anyway. So my mom flips out, mom being protective over her son, and then she, starts searching the neighborhood for Jake and Frank, and so we are just, sitting in the back of the car, and I'm like, Mom, don't do anything serious, come on. And she just keeps driving and driving and driving. And so we're looking down, the street, and we see a cop, and we're like, oh, okay. So we pass it, and then we see Jake and Frank on their four-wheeler getting pulled over, so we stop over there. And so the cop basically asks us for a story. So basically the neighbor had called the cops, and the cops came, and basically, thank God that neighbor was there, because honestly, that I don't even know how I was gonna get out of there without that neighbor. So I tell the story to the cop, and he's like, okay, and Jake tells him the story, and Jake bullshitted his way out of this crap. Like, he tried, like he didn't, but he tried bullshitting his way out of this. Jake basically said that he had nothing on him, and I swung at him first, and then he tried basically hitting me, but he couldn't, so he tried running away on his four-wheeler, and then the cops came. That was so bullshit. The cop knew it was bullshit, and basically he said, you know, if you press charges, this kid will have attempted murder, possession of weed, and like 7 other charges that I couldn't even fathom. Like, these charges were crazy for a 10-year-old. My mom's like, no, don't press charges. I don't want him to go to juvie for like 40 years or something like that. Because it was something crazy like that over something minor like this. And so the cop calls Jake's dad over here and basically says that you're not 16, so you cannot be driving this. So the dad like almost got in trouble, and the dad was drunk as hell. You could tell he was drunk. So the dad starts getting threatened with charges because he had his son like with a four-wheeler unattended, and basically, the cop told him that either you hide the keys, or like you take something out of it so it can't be started unless you want to go on it with him. So basically, we finished it with the cop, and then we all went home, and he went home freely. Well, I guess, yeah. I don't know if he was freely with his dad. He probably got grounded or something. And after that, we all went home. And once I got home, I wanted to hang out with Mike, so I went to Mike's house, and basically, we saw him going by on his bike like 2 weeks later, actually. It wasn't that day, but 2 weeks later, Jake and Frank, they both went on their bikes, and they were like, Timmy, you got me in trouble. Where are you at? Come fight me. I wasn't there, but Mike was there, and he told me all about it. And I was like, let that two-faced pussy come and fight me. I will literally beat the fuck out of him. I'm sorry for the language, but I have to use it. I have to. I just can't hold back my language in this situation. It just had me so heated. And yeah, basically after that, I never heard from him again. Then Mike shot me in the head, and now I'm not allowed to talk to him. But yeah, that was a different story from a different time on my channel. You guys can go check it out. It's my most previous video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you did enjoy, please take time to slap a like on it. Please do subscribe, as it does help the channel, and I hope you guys have a very good day, and peace.